hello. Good evening, my viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending from your destination, depending from where you're watching us from. Yes, we are here again today as usual. Time with Counsellor Stella here on Great Commission TV. We are live and we are ready to hear from you, and we are here for us to share knowledge together as usual. Yes, today we have an interesting topic. Of course, we always bring you the best. Yes, of course, you know that you don't need to be told. And I guess you're standing beside your TV set, and I am so happy, of course, you are with me. And I really appreciate your listening ear, and we'll be eager to see your share and thumbs up on YouTube and Facebook, and your comment too, and your call coming in. Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to this channel, Great Commission TV, kindly do so and follow up with our updates, because we want to share a lot, and we are ready to share a lot as well. And we want to hear your opinion together as well. All right, we are here to discuss an important topic, very interesting one. Though what we're talking about, what we're going to talk about today, we discussed something like this, yes, last week, same time here on Great Commission. We talked about why are so many youth losing interest in marriage? And today we want to bring it another way around, as by letting you know why and how and what are God's original motive in marriage. Why did God institute marriage? Before then, I would like to introduce my sweet and handsome guest, Reverend Headmaster John Tay. Yes, he's in the house. Yes. All right, welcome. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. How is work and how is everything?
Oh, so hectic.
Good.
But we are managing it.
That's good. You're welcome. Anyway, this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Virtual. Of course, you know this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Virtuals, Homes of Shoes. They are located at UTC Accra, Adjacent Children's Hospital. They are located exactly in China House. Yes. GS Joseph Virtuals. They supply shoes. How do you want it? Is it children's shoes? Is it the ladies' ones? How do you want it? They are even ready to supply you just by your capital to start your own business. I'm going to mention their contact. If you don't mind, you can call them if you want to have business to do with them. That would be so interesting. These are their contacts: 0243557397. GS Joseph Virtual, Homes of Shoes. Of course, my makeup is by AB Beauty Parlor. AB Beauty Parlor is located here at Techinungwa Cantamanto bus stop. They own a school. They train you for beauty parlor. If you are interested, nail technicians, hair extensions, anything that concerns beauty. Do you want to, is it a makeup? Is it a wedding makeup? How do you want it? These are their contacts. AB Beauty Parlor. Their contacts are 0242 4049990. 0242 40990. Good. We are gonna treat this topic, and like I told you earlier on, we are standing. We know you are standing by to follow up with us, and we want your question. Please call in and ask your question. So we want to know, what was God's original motive concerning marriage? We want Reverend to take us through. Reverend, before we go further, we want you to talk, just give us a little bit definition of marriage. We know that marriage, I want you to take us through anyway.
Good. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so much happy today because you look sharp. The way I look at you, you look sharp this morning. And to be honest with you, it is God's creation. Therefore, we need to appreciate what God has created.
Thank you.
Therefore, you look sharp, as I'm saying. I don't know near me person making you say, your dear Radia Sibibre say, or the young qua a chain. Now, and then so a Wednesday, yes, I bet Nasa say, ye Baba Bobo and some way bit me on my yet to me a hunia, a was seeing our room, and Asa warrior who here, and Asa warrior who here, a sitting them. Now, Ansana, Mesha see a Cassana, and a me Yirian Cassa birthday. Oh, Reverend Mrs. Joyce there. Baby, I will be around me to chema what it. I mean, shira papa, men pie bonnet say. Nyamian Casabe crow mo. Now, or money favor, not torso. Send your bear, wait me a boa. Now, a you must soon a day anymore. Your Percy a year and share at the end, you yamno. Yet to me, I Nina. I don't see Reverend Mrs. Joyce there. Oh, happy holiday and happy birthday to you. Yamin shira papa. Now, and what you know, me da, me ba Stella, se papa. esan se me ne sha ase se ye program si no oh mitimo se nyame ankasa edine ewo ne ayeye ni nyina mu eno nti menu aba na me nhira papa se yasen ye share biom afi audience a wo mo hwe ye nsabri se mo nka ho adwuma na entimi nye yie eno nti mo na moboa ma ene ye nso yetimi hye ye ho nkran se da biara ye beba na ya ba be bobo nsem ho eno nti sabri a mo nso mafa makonwa no ne ameka ne se nyame nhira mo papa afi me da apostle chief apostle ase papa esan so ye me papa preko pe eno nti chief apostle ba bia wo biara nyame nhira wo papa wa kwagya kese a odi amayen nyame nhira wo papa afi se meko asenu a menu aba Stella ye kasa aware a sa enipa mienu a wo mo ye oba ne berima na wo mo anya do ama wo mo ho se wo mo ade yo nyina be ye ade baako na wo mo atumi de abobra nia esi wo mane so wo mienu betumi akambom se wo behwe sa nia awrade di ama won asi wo ani so no etumi akonanim na wo matena sese awarefo na emma etumi afiri mu aba eno ne awarefo eno nti se binom ye wo ma adwene se oba ne oba betena enya ware se berima ne berima betena enya ware bible sisudua se aware eye oba eni berima se wo mo enya adwen cross wo mo benante abomu a na che se wo ma ba be ye awarefo na eduru sabre ho no na yeso wo mo ye nyina na se wani ji obi ho na wo pese wo ne tena kona busuam na kotua ne soka na busua no mfa nchewo na fakọ na ene ne nkobubra eno nti utua de dowry ni nyina ewie a na oba na ba ba ye wodia na wo de na tena se abubra na mo ahwem way forward senia onyame ehwehwe pepepe na amamo etime akoyenim eno nti menu aba saa na aware ete.
All right, that's good. Reverend Yedasipa, that's it. Yes, yeah, though we've talked about this issue, yeah, last week, similar thing, the same topic, if I might put it that way, but because the audience can't say yes, I repeat it, they are really interested on what we talked about last week. That's why we're repeating similar, but the same thing. Reverend, what my definition of marriage? That is how it should be. Yes, exactly. But Reverend, Mami bisa wa say me pacho. What about me actually like explain? I might say, what is God's motive? What does He have in mind to put husband and wife together? I know basically on Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, and Wama emphasize what he has said. If you can really use Genesis and give us some 1 or 2 explanation, the God's origin, really what He have in mind for instituting marriage.
Menu aba Stella me da se papa payi na yakasa aware a wo nyame ankasa ede asi ho se aware no a sania udi kan ye no wo kan Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 no a Bible esi sodua se ensese berima enko abetsena eno nti onyame aye ne seso oba na one no entena eno nti Bible esi sodua se nyame ankasa tirimu pomu no ohun sa Adam nko antime ntena eno nti ewoso ye ne seso boafo ema no ena oma Adam da na ho na otu ni mfempare ena oye oba na ebra ye di oba no eba Adam anim no Adam se wei ni me honam na wei ye me nompe mu nompe na wei ye befra no oba eno nti se ye kasa warefo a na ye berema ene oba ene wose eware na onyame tirimo po a ode aware esi ho senia ma Stella ubisa me no ene se nia edikan si ebetime enya ayonkofa we will have a relationship. Ye benya ayonkofa oba ne berema betime atena se akase me ne wo beya ayonkofa na ye tirimo po ne yesusuye nyina beya baako na ya focus that agenda no akoyenim eno ne nia edikan nia etosu mienu a onyame nam so na ode aware esi ho ama adasa me ne wo yaba beto na ye nyina efemu bi no no se ye betimi a produce ye yankasa yeseso esanse onyame onfri sro ma ama kreti nipa biom nia waye no a na waye wie nia aka no wagya me ne wo se ye ntoaso ema no enu nti ne ntoaso ne se ye betime a produce yenya ye kind na ya train wo mu onyame seso enu nti atuefo etie me ntie ne yie se awarefo bi ware na wo mo wo ba e wo se wo mo train akwala no nyame seso esanse onyame na de akwala no atom sa abusua no enu nti se nyame de bebi adom wo a na wo hwe kwan se ubesiesie saade na ade atokwan a onu awurade ankasa ahyehye na ayemfa so de kese ama onu anya awurade sa na opakire.
All right, Reverend John Ted, thank you so much, Reverend. Yes, oh my real details, but okay, I really want you to nail on it for me. Okay, say Nyankopo are creating husband and wife to subdue the earth and multiply. I think that is going to Psalms chapter 127.
Very good.
Verse 3. Nyankopo ama say husband and wife, they are put together according to Genesis chapter 18 verse 20 and 21 and 22. Nyankopo ama say there's no way a man can live alone or a woman will stay alone. He had decided to make the two of them to come together. And in Psalms chapter 127, he decided, as our God is the originator of marriage, say he want them women, a man and a woman, to multiply the earth, to subdue. Yes, and I guess until you touch it, see okay. But my whole area be brave, be manutina different, or banusitina different, or motion colano together. And I think in marriage, the real reason why God marriage is for them to give birth and bring them up together.
Very good.
So why are they most family are separated? Can you?
Yes, menu aba me da se papa wo question a wabisa me. Na adofo no mo etie me ntie ne yie se obi etimi nya adwen se woni obi betena ni nyame seso ne se ye betena faako. We will stay in one place. Sana ware ete. Enu nti oba ne berima no Bible say berima be free ni na ene naja. Na oba nso afiri ni na ene naja. Na wo mumienu aba bankro mu aba betena. It is supposed to be one place. And na awarefo bebre esan adwuma ni wiase asetena yinte no. Obehu say ya ware awie na obi wo London. Obi wo Ghana ha. Na e distort aware. Enu nti nia metimi asisudua na say anka originality nia onyame hyehye to ho na sank ye betena faako. Na yetume aware. Enu nti se yenyina ate faako a mehu unsu hu me. Enu nti ye focus ni ye agenda ye pese ye nyina no bra na me ne wo yakwa adwuma ya ba ni ye focus on what to do concerning the marriage. Ye matete ye mu no ni ya hwe kwan pa ye betimi atete ye ma ye nyame suro kwan so no wo mu nso aba ba fa onyame asem na wo mu ntum nso etumi di abobra. Enu nti se obi ti baabi na wo tete ne ba eye dene onya na totoroto. Enu nti wo sank ye tena na ye ne wo ho ni ye hwe wo mo na ye treni wo mo esanse akwala na nyi nyina no obetimi a divert na emom agya ne tiase no wo hwa a akwala na ma ne pe no wa direct no se baabi a wo kɔ ne ye twe wo ho free ho bra ha sei ye ne sei na ye mfa so de kese na emom me ho no se awarefo bebre esan ya adwumenti no be ma ne te ha na oba ne te ha na ma akwala ne tetiye mu no na aye wo mo dene saa nanka ensese ba no. Enu nti masere tiefo etie me se yem ye homodene se empo na over distance communication is very vital. Yen shase ne ntie mu ye ne wo mu ni nkomo esanse ubrigi communication na chese aware wo ya atoto na se aware titiriw ni a ewo aware mu a ema aware gina titiriw ene one odo se wa no nipa no a wontime nka nkire ne se wona ne betena. Very good. Eye one nia etosu mienu eye se ubenya gidie wo nipa ni mu trust ubenya ni mu gidie se asimesi amene no elware no mi woni mu gidie se nia amene no pese ye nyina betumi akoso na odimachi otaimachi madiyo nyina mu nia etosu mienu e wose uhu ne se e wose utume eni nkomo communication
come there.
Yes. I was here to me a dear home come and don't say what if we be wo. Na wo mon tai nin komo a say our rear.
Okay. All right, Reverend. All right, Reverend, you are speeding it up.
Yes,
You are
yes.
really hot. You are really hot. You're speeding it off.
Yeah.
Beside you are
Yeah,
going
I'm
because you
coming.
know
The
how it
spirit is
should be.
working. Yes.
Thank you. I love that.
Yes, the
Thank you
spirit
so
is
much.
working.
Genesis chapter 2. One my explanation chapter 2 verse 18,
Yes.
20, 21. One my who say God have created a man and a woman to stick together as husband and wife.
Yes.
And we don't want to go further to it was going to take much time. But when you go further at your own leisure time, Genesis, you're going to get more details how God created man and a woman and the reason and the purpose. And we've come down to Psalms chapter 127, verse 3, that help us to understand that God also, after creating husband and wife in Genesis, He made us to understand that He wants us to subdue and multiply. Isn't it, Reverend? So He's helping us to understand
given us
that,
children.
yes, for us to multiply. And now, I asked Reverend a question that now God has given us the opportunity to subdue and multiply, to have children.
Yeah.
And I asked him, why is that husband and wife are not together to bring these children up? He gave me a reason. Some travel outside, some are not close, and the distance have become a barrier between these couples. They cannot put hands together and bring up their children. But I want Reverend to help us to explain something.
Okay.
Does it mean it's only barrier, distance, that makes couples to separate without bringing these children up together? Because I think it's wrong when child is being brought up by single mother or single parents.
Good.
Yes. So why could it be? Because I've come across people facing a lot of challenges.
Yes.
Some abuse. A woman abuses the husband.
Yeah.
A husband abuses the wife. It brings separation in the home. Do you think they should still stay together? I want to.
Any about Stella me da se papa. Na ade ba kwa me pese tiefo ntie me ne se. Aware eye journey a ye kwa ye nsan mabiom. It is a journey of no returns. Enti se usi wadwene people se me kwa koware a si wadwene se aware na wuwura mu no wonsan wachi. A lot of us, they get into the marriage and then they withdraw, which is not the mind of God at all. And was say timitinam anunti aware na waware no bo humode no wa sede waware no we wasa we ya ebema ware na gina se wo ye oba na waware a bo humode ne se obeye ne ebema ware na gina se wo ye berema na wo ware oba bi a bo humode ne se aware na waware no onye bibi nsabotachi aware no obeye ne obetumi na aware na gina. And that is our responsibility. And unto mesere tiefu etie yen sabri se aware enye bia ye training ne yakase mesa machi akofie na emom ye training ne yakam wo ho. And unto onyame nhihye ye ne se ye nya ba ware mo pe ma ye nsan ye chibiom na emom atude bia na distortion aba. Ye se na obi sa me no e bia oba afase kan pese oku berema ana berema no afase kan pese oku oba no me Reverend John Tess sa case ni baba nimu a ne metimi aka kire couples ne se aware ne ye njaye o na emom no ye nte twe ye ho kakra na ye nhwe se abotoyem ebeba akoma no ebeba form na se akoma no ba form wi a they should come back and continue the marriage. It sounds how we are close along the line.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Reverend, you are really hot.
Today I'm hot.
Yeah, take it easy, cool your temper.
Don't worry.
All right, Reverend John Tay is really nailing it. This is what we want to hear. Yes, like I told you earlier on, we tell you the truth. This is the only way we can spread the gospel. We are preaching the gospel through this medium.
Yeah.
Yes. Reverend, thank you so much. You are really hitting it accurately. This is what we expect of you as a reverend. But I want to ask you a question. You made a point right now that sometimes we also abusing the Bema and a Bema so before the children. I think is very absolutely capital wrong. And say when the woman abuses the husband verbally a whole lot, it's you are destroying the future of those children. Yes. Anna bema oh boy before the children, you're destroying the future of those children.
Good.
So I think as a counselor, you separate, as you
Good.
say earlier on too. Now, when you separate, and have you come across, because I've come across, on what separates, he said, because of one or two reasons.
Yeah.
Now, who said there's no changes. Bermano doesn't want to change, doesn't want to accept, doesn't want to apologize, because issues like this, some people feel it's just an easy thing. Probably Obano was son and Yama free Bermano fee. And yet easy.
Yeah.
Until feel say easy snow Obano so suffer and Yama come back. No, if she do that, she making it. You have to go make sure say Bermano did do the necessary thing or call Obano family. And I guess as a reverend you are
and pay the dowry.
now inviting elders in the church, clergymen to talk about the abuse, the issue that make the woman to leave or make the man to leave.
Good.
Normal addressing issues are normal who say yes, there's a changes. I think they have to come together back, like you said earlier on.
Yeah.
But what about in a case the issue it's not being solved? The man is proving stubborn, abusing the woman, even when the woman have separated for maybe 3 years, 4 years. The man they be a fraud, do you support them to go back together?
Me da se papa me ne Stella. Na question na obi sa me no me de papa pass we bi sa question.
Thank you.
Esan se etiefo petie bibi afrim. Se awarefo se ne wo kan no either oba no ana berima no, it can be any part. Wo abuse aware no. Na ya separate wo mo kakra se wo mo nkonkotena se kakra obi antena ne baabi na yenhwe se akoma no beba form na wo mo atweme ababa na se wo mo ye onyamemba na wo mo suro onyankopon na wo mo di ne mra nsem so a onyame ankasa amfa ne ba Yesu Kristo ba akono pe wamfa nkame wiase nyina o na emum ode ne ma yen se yen nam ne so ne yenya dankwa adan na wontime nyam aden na wuntumi nyai this small dispute aba Bible sisudua ewo 2 Corinthians chapter 6 say yenim say yempo ne yebejaji angels ana and when this little issues comes our way we can address it so one fa wonyonko no de ama no a onyame nso mfa wo de nchew so we need to understand this say e was here de bone eche se wamfa bone anche wo nua ba no wamfa bone anche wo kun no wamfa bone anche wo nua no a wo se woni na betena no na wo da so akoramu a wo bekura maka wo dem ana aso bone a wamfa nche no ne a waye wo wamfa nche no wo jae de tu akoma mu a onim se ekoye poison na wankasa hante wana enti ye hu no se ebasa that separation kakra ba yanti ase se obonsam na ne ate opese ne pano a ewaware ni mo say no until we need to be wise enough to take that Satan out of the marriage.
All right. This is interesting. As I usually say it, we bring you educative, informative, inspiring, encouraging words to build us. Not that we do not know all those things as couples or as young ones or youth out there. We know all those things, but we just want to remind you. That is why we have scriptures. According to 2 Timothy chapter, is it chapter
1 Timothy 7,
14, 14, 15, 16. Yes. It says all scriptures is inspired of God, teaching for beneficiation, for reproving, for setting things straight. We keep reading, we keep studying to learn, to refresh our memories, because we have a lot going up here. Reverend, let me come back to your question. You are coming, but I want you to nail it for me to be okay, and my audience to be, my viewers to be okay. Okay. Oka say, when you get into marriage, you must stay. Yes. That is why marriage is for better and for worse. Yes. But from, marriage is for, I don't want to challenge you. Marriage is for better and for worse. Yes. Now, we misunderstand for worse and for better. That is what I find out. Good. Now, when we talk about marriage is for better and for worse, is in difficult time, in challenges, sickness, in health, you must stay in. But not when they are being abusing you. Good. Abusing you to die and abusing you for watch your innocent children watch abuse because what they are watching could destroy their future. Yes. It could make some of them to become lesbians. I've come across, I don't want to marry because dad hits mom.
Very good.
I don't want to marry. I want to stay single. When they keep growing, some of them become lesbians. Some of them change. Some of them live into a different nasty word because of what they've learned from their infant. So I think you're making a good point. I love what you said, that they should stay separate until there is a reconciliation.
Yes.
Now, Namasa Bisa will say, for how long? Because I be Obano, they be ya be man form. Even as they are on separate. Obano bet me afraid and say shedo chere, useless man, foolish man. Unyami bet yaoka. I don't think there will be a reconciliation.
Good.
And in that situation, what do you have to tell our audience?
Papa. Me nua ba Stella. Ade ba akwa wo se wo hunu se. Ansa na onipa beye na dwene se obekwa aware mu no. Onyame no de aware esi ho. So we need to go back to him. Yakwa rade nchen na yenhu se nea aware etefa. Enu nti sa awarefuo bi ena niamas this kind of things esi bebre no. Mama, a lot of them, they don't go through counseling. They don't go through counseling. Because when we talk of counseling, we are talking about we want to counsel certain things that will cross in within the marriage. Nia maybe a best wa warrior mono. Ni yakon yo wo huni mudie. Na wa church wo say we ye dru ha na ye say ya ye ni say. Ye dru ha na ye say ya ye ni say. Ye dru ha na ye say ya ye ni say. Amanfo enhwen, they don't wait for counseling.
Make sure.
Ebenum crash counseling as mama. O se me pentem, me shia bebre. Or pentem, or ma to date. E to de bia ebenum crash as ya she date ansana. One more ba pastor ni me say ya pese ya ware. Which is error. And on to my straight if we tea yen sabri say. Say onipa bi nya adwene so obe ware a. E wo so okwa awrade nchen. Na awrade nchire no aware mu rules and regulations say what worry him and son were
exactly.
So when who rules and regulations now what worry no more, you mess up the marriage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You mess up.
Yes, I like where you're hitting it. You really high today.
Yes. You mess up.
You're really high.
Yes.
I come back again. This will take us to 3 weeks topic we treated here about counseling.
Yes.
We talked about, and we've come to realize that counsel don't really keep marriage.
Yes.
I think, do I treat this topic here? Or did I? Okay, sorry, I didn't treat it here. I didn't treat it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I treated it at Stella's chat room.
Okay.
Yes. Counsel do not keep marriage. I don't think so.
No.
But so many people tells you that counsel keeps marriage. Counsel is to refresh your memory, to remind you things you should do that will sustain your marriage. Counsel is to let you know these are the things you should not do, these are the things you should do.
Good.
But it depends on you, the individual.
Good.
Sorry, I thought we treated this 3 weeks here. It's not here. I treated it somewhere else 3 weeks ago.
Good.
Yes, you made a mention of counseling. Some people don't go for counseling. You're right, but counsel is not a remedy. I don't know. What do you think?
It is when you act
Help me.
upon counseling,
Yes, sir.
automatically it is working.
Really?
When you act upon the counsel that the person has given to you. So nipa ema wo akwankyere ewo aware no. Ye di nyame asem ma wo akwankyere ewo ware no. Na wo ye wadwene se ne nyame aka no de be ye adwuma. It will help.
All right, Papa.
Yes.
Papa,
it
you
will
why
help.
it works, right?
Yes.
But Papa Tia says, say, when I talk about say, it depends on individuals.
Good.
It's like when you go to church on Sunday, you listen to the gospel. Now what to say, they are preaching, right? You listen, and at that particular time, you are really, really eager. You're really hot.
Yes.
You're strong in spirit.
Yes.
But most people, when they step out of the church premises, they change automatically.
Which means, near esine se, akwankyere na wama nipa no fa ware no no, wamfa anye juma. Mami, wamfa anye juma. Sanka waso de be ye juma, anka ware no peace. You know, when you read Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14, Mamen kan sa asem ma hu hia me papa. Esan se wose ehu se onyame tirimu po wa ware hu no e wose etumi de ye adwuma. Na ne tirimu po no ene yen se ye be direct oni aye e wa ware mu, and that is counseling. Eno nti so obi atoto nia wonye wa ware mu a na wo ye no pa ma nipa no a e be ma wa ware na gina. Yes, because what tell say wo ye we a problem we ba ye ni say we ba ye ni say we yan ya wawarem we yan konesa udi suma no a na ye adwuma enu nti nipa bebre a wo waware me nua ba Stella wo mo mfa afutuo na ye de ma wo mo no They didn't implement it, and that is their worries.
Thank you.
And until Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14 or say, a city that does not seek an advice for, but more advices to a city means security. So if only you will be able to protect your marriage, so we no be secure. Advice na counselor na dia ma no. So chimi dey adwuma.
All right.
Yes.
All right. This is lovely.
Yes.
We are really hitting it. Guess you know that this is fully educative and wisdom talk show. Yes. We are rocking it and we are digging it out. We want to know more about it. But Reverend, you're making a good point. We have a long way to go. Yeah, this topic is broad. If care is not taken, we're going to continue next week again. But we want to try and hit a good point today. Okay. You made a statement, you said counseling, I support you, but I want us to apply Amos chapter 3 verse 3. That say when two do not work together, it doesn't work.
Good.
Yes, after counseling, one of this couple might choose to really exhibit and do what they're supposed to do, he or she's supposed to do, that is necessary to build the marriage, to rock it in a solid ground, to lay a good foundation. And remember, when this one person is pushing through, he or she cannot do it alone. That is why Amos made us to understand when the two do not work together, it cannot work.
Good.
So now, when you go for counseling, don't you think after counseling, like I asked you earlier on, some might choose to
oblige to it.
Yes, and some might choose to stick. And one person is still standing strong on their commitment and their on whatever they've agreed on.
Good.
And one do not. I don't think it will work. Do you think that marriage will work?
Mama Stella, my main cast someone chira what? Netie me ene. Atiefo etie me entie me sabri. Oh, ya kasa warrior noa. It is not two parties. So let me make this thing clear to our audience today. It is not two parties. Se mummi enu munya adwene se mo be warrior. God becomes the center pivot of the marriage. Enti se mo ye rade free sa warrior no mu a ebe say.
Now you're talking.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It is a three. The other time I was saying it. So when you're warrior, it is a three chord. I mentioned this thing when we were discussing issues the other time. A three chords. Ahuma miensa ena ya kabom. Enti me ene me yere. Ena afe wo nyankopon aba abeka ho. Ne yakasa ahuma miensa we nyina bomu se baako. And that is marriage. Enti efie bia mo no onyame na di hene. Ewo fie ho me nua ba Stella efie bia onyame na di hene ansa na berima na ba ansa na wo ba no aba eno nti se mu yi onyame fra ware no mu a eno ne sa problem na ye hu no, then those distortions will come.
All right.
Yes.
All right, I like this.
Yes.
You've hit it right now. You're making me to understand. That's what we want to hear, and I'm sure my audience are really enjoying what we're talking about right now.
Yes.
If you take God out of your marriage, the originator, the person that God have instituted marriage, you decided not to bring him into your middle of your home. I'm sorry, it's going to shatter. There's no two ways about it. Thank you so much, Reverend.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And you've helped us to understand that with counseling, or without counseling, it depends on the two people and them inviting God in their midst. Yes.
Yes.
That is it. That is not what you're waiting to say.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. We talk about companionship. It made us understand there's three major reasons why God instituted marriage.
Yes.
The three good reasons. You mentioned one.
Companionship.
Yes. And the other one. I want you to mention the three.
Procreation.
Yeah, we've talked about it. To multiply.
Nyame pese ya no. You know.
So.
Nyame ne mudie mo no. Sanka nyame amfa aware ensi ho a ka by this time we ase no ni ho. Because nipa ni ho a we ase ni ho biom. Meboa. If all humanity in this world is no more, automatically we ase no ye be hu ne san. Enti no nyame mpese onipa no a wo bo no eye Adam no. Within a short possible time no, Adam generation besa. Enti nyame pese generational circles no entoa so. Enti no dia ware esi ho. Sane ebaya ebinum uwu na ya wu binum. Ena me ne wo kase yi ama Stella. Me nka se mra obi afiri mu. Ena me ne wo kase yi enso yawo obi to replace it. Na che say cycle no da swara eye adwuma. Esan se nyame dia asase na dom yen say we should take dominion over this earth. Say yen nyina ya sa, how can we take those dominion? Ano tu nyame trimo pono. was here to me multiply. Send your bay, bet me at Tanasi was I say so. Sana Yame, it's in pote.
All right, thank you so much, Reverend. This is
Yes.
so deep. May God bless you. Goodness and mercy will always be your portion all the days of your life. More wisdom, more understanding. That's what we're asking for, because without wisdom, we can do nothing on our own. I want to mention the call line here on Great Commission for you to call in and ask your questions, and also let's hear your opinion. That will be so grateful. Yes, we are doing God's work here, and we also want you to be part of us. So we're going to mention this number, and we want you to stand by and call. The number is already on the screen. The number is 0538 761 098. 053 876 1098. Call in, test your messages. All the messages are started coming already. So many questions here, we know, but we want you to call as well. Like and share YouTube, Great Commission, and Facebook as well. Thank you so much, our listener. We love you so much. Like I said earlier on, this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Virtuals, homes of shoes. They import and export shoes in all parts of Ghana, outside Ghana. Just call them. They're going to supply you whichever you want it, for your own inconvenience, time, and how you want. All right. Thank you so much. We've talked about companionship, Reverend. We've talked about multiplying, recreation. That is really multiplying.
Let me talk about the redemption.
And we're going to talk about redemption. Good. And that redemption, we want you to talk about Bible book of 1 Corinthians. Yes. Let's talk about 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Right. Good. So can you take us through what it talks about?
You know, 1 Corinthians chapter 7.
Yeah.
This is questions that the church of Corinthians couldn't have the answer. And until one would throw a letter away come out Paul for interpretation. Na a how warm our room. Because one who said to the beer, marriage becomes so problematic when it comes to marriage couples. And until one would throw come out Paul. And a Paul this interpretation, but one must say. Sanka ebeye yanka mayen ware kura nemom adwamabonti oba biara enya ne seso berima adwamabonti berima biara enya ne seso oba na onenem tena. And until when I talk about the redemption ya me pa kire ne say awaria ama me ne wo onyame agye mfiri bonim ayi me ne wo afiri bonim esanse se wo wan ware na wo fornicate a waye bone atia onyankopon na yenyine na mo se wo kan Isaiah chapter 59 verse 1 and 2 a Bible sisudua se onyame ne nsa enye tia na naso enye duru na mbom ni ama wonyame ntie me ne wo ene bone eno nte si ye nware na ye be fornicate na ye tia onyame mra na se wo tia onyame mra na chese uni onyame ntem communication na abreki enti ade biara wo bebisa awrade onye mawo esan se wonim obiom enu nti si yetumi ware na yetena se wasetena mu yi a na yemfonicate a ebema wonyame anam saa kwan ne so ageme ne wo na yenya da nkwa.
All right.
And that is the essence in which God brought this institution. Okay. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Reverend Jonte.
Yes.
Reverend Jonte, God bless you so much.
Amen.
We are really enjoying it.
Amen.
I have one of the guests, I have a message here. Okay. The message said, Lady Counsellor Stella, can you please let Reverend explain this thing very well? You asked him a question, but I really want to get it clear. Question. So say, when your partner is abusing you verbally, physically, and you stay in that marriage, your reverend said you need to separate. But when you separate and there's no changes, probably they are still abusing each other, even on separation. Do they have to come back together still by force?
No.
Why no?
By force, no.
Why?
You don't force to enter into the marriage.
That is what I want you to hear.
That is one factor. Enti etiefu etie mentie ne ye se aware na mumienu mu kwakọ wuram enya mu maame ene force mu ma mu wuram enya mu papa ene force mu ma mu wuram but mu ankasa your personal desire ene ma moko wura aware no mu.
Exactly, sir.
Na aware na mo wura mu no eyo nyame na ahyehye.
Yes, sir.
Enu nti ewose ye mo nyame endirect aware no.
So,
If along the line one party
yes.
amfa onyame asem anya juma na wa divert aware no na ware no eye basa ewose yetime ko onyame ho back anko bisa kwankyere.
All right.
Yes.
Okay,
To seek
okay.
the directions. And what you seek directions na enya juma. Oh, okay. Na enya juma.
Okay.
Would you make a chira say twen so a kosi se entiase beba. Because e bia me ka chira say ko na wo ko no wo fa ba bo trimu a waku.
Okay.
Enti me nka chira say ko me twen na emom aware no ye ntiti mu ye.
All right.
Ye twen say ye benya entiase.
Okay. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. With my own little understanding, addition to what Reverend just made us to understand is when both parties are separated due to one or two reasons, Bible made us to understand that a man, you must take care of your woman and protect her. You must love her just as you love yourself. And in return, immediately as a man treats her woman's good, just as Bible have instructed him. And Bible have made men to understand that you are the head over your home, over your wife, over your family. Just as Christ is the head of church, and just as God is head of Christ.
Yes.
Yes. So if you apply all those things as a man, it's a must that your woman must be submissive. That is when submissive comes in. If you don't treat her like as Christ have directed you and instructed you, that originator of marriage have given you a guideline, a manual to follow, and you feel that's not how she's going to be submissive, that means the marriage is not going to be sweet, it's going to be shattered if care is not taken. And if this separation comes in, Bible made us to understand that you two must stay separately. No one should get married.
Yes.
Yes. But if it's that man that make the woman to quit or to leave the home, he's going to face the consequences.
Exactly.
That is what Bible made us to understand. Yes. So we should understand that when you're in abusive marriage, separate yourself and stay, but be honest to your God, the maker of that marriage, to fight for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, my viewers. I love you all. We love you guys. All right. Another question here, Reverend. A caller on the line. Hello, caller. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes, hello. Good evening, mommy.
Good evening, Madam Stella.
Yes, please. Thank you. Where are you calling from and your name?
I'm calling from Counsellor.
Wow.
I'm Beatrice.
You are Beatrice. All right, sis. How can we help you?
Please, my question is to know that a man you want to marry is your ordained by God for you. How do you know?
Good. How do you know it?
How do you know it? Okay, Reverend, can you answer that question too?
Me no aba wetie me. Ma menka asem bi nkyere o. Marriage is instituted by God. Enu nti se wo hia barima bi na wo pese wo ware no a. That is why waiting is part of the ministry. Onyame adwuma na ayeye no. Otwen ka ho. Enti kona kotwen awrade ne bisa no se. Sa barima yi a waba mabra bom no, oye me right husband ana. God will speak to you. Go to waiting. If it is 2 weeks, wait unto the Lord. Se wo ko kaswa. Te se ne wo kaswa yi. Na onyame ka kire me se me mra kaswa. Na osi medru bawe. Junction mentwen obeka asem bi a kire me ansa na medru kaswa. E wo se medru bawe a metwen ye awrade kosi se awrade bekasa ansa na makokaswa. And that is waiting. Enu nti before se obehu se barima yi ye wukunu no. Kwa awrade anim na bisa no. Se baye pona obeye fasting 3 days 4 days. Seek the face of the Lord.
Yes.
Onyame bekasa. Obema o direction say ane. Na wa approve ama o approve ma wa problem bi ani ho. Acha say dem trodo.
Exactly, Reverend. I've nailed it. Thank you. Sister Beatrice, are you standing by? Did you hear what Reverend just said? Yes, addition to what Reverend just said too. Marriage, it's like you buying a new car. You don't just see a beautiful car parked at the garage and decide to buy it. No, 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 Beatrice, no. You need to do a whole lot of research, just as all the days husbands, they do a lot of thorough research before they get married to a woman, isn't it? But though today is no longer like that, but it should be still. So you should take your time and make your inquiries and pray to God and find out if the person loves God so much. if the person have conscience, that is what matters too. Because you're going to have issues and challenges in marriage. But this person, will he have a conscience not to hurt you? That is what matters the most. All right, we are still on it. Thank you, Beatrice. All right, another question comes here, Reverend.
Yeah.
Someone said, Reverend, my name is Lady Joyce. Can you guys help me out? My husband was abusing me terribly, abusing me before my children. I have 6 children with him. He beat and threatened to kill me before everyone. And even I took him to police station. Still, he said he doesn't care. He will kill me. Do I supposed to stay in that marriage still? No, Reverend, but I moved out of the house and people are still saying that he has come to apologize. Whilst deep down my heart, I know that he's not sincerely sorry. I don't want to go back, Reverend. What do you think?
Thank you so much. Miniaba, ni ame pesa me kachira one say. Bra na wa separate you no. Be very honored. Oh, you can no quarry dear. Ye di no quarry ako wom. Yes, loyalty. Enti no, eno mma wo guarantee say kodi be ma foforo echi. Kosi say wo behu say oye so convinced na che say wasan aba. Na most of times no say sa warefo no bebre nso wo ho a wo mu mfa wo mo ho endom asori. Eno nti no say awarefo bi titimu sa no a e wo say sofo bem na o sha ase say o address kakra kosi say odi yie ebeto yie. Enti no sofo na wo be no besiesie ho say baabi a adu no it is very possible say won betime ababak. Eno nti masire bebre say yentume moye homode no say basa no a na say mpo yese kotwen kakra kosi say be ma na koma beto ne yam na wasakra na yatumi anya ye husband back no yentume enye faithful at that particular time. It is very necessary.
All right, Reverend. All right, thank you so much, Reverend John. Thank you so much. Lady, did you hear what Reverend just said? Adding to what Reverend said, I want you to also understand that, yes, if you've separated yourself and people keep telling you behind that this man has apologized and you sincerely know that he's not really sorry, you have to stay where you are, but just live a honest life and faithful one for the sake of your children. Yes, because the moment you begin to live a wayward life, it's going to have effect on your children. Now, when people are telling you to go back, you don't need to stay single, that the man have apologized. You have lived with this man for a couple of years, so you know when he really want to, he's sincerely sorry. But if you think he's not sincere, please stay where you are. Let people say what they want to say. God is the originator and institutor of marriage, so he knows the best for you. It's better you stay separately than risking your life in the name of what people will say or what people say about you. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. All right, Reverend. Reverend, you've taken us through. I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
Do you think marriage is based on love? If yes, why?
Marriage is based on 3 things.
Yeah. I know it's based on 3, but I want to take it one after the other. Yeah.
Nia edikan eye odo.
Yeah, I want to.
You know, me hu woni pa bi a o wiase mo. A ono ankasa ahyeda afasikan etwa ne honam.
Exactly.
Enti no before say obekasa me ware obabi no. And sesa wo fasika o ye bibi hurt no. You don't hurt that person because oye wo honam. That is how Adam sees Eve. Enti oye wo honam a ade biara wo beye ne ya no enye ma no. Don't do it for that person. I was here tears yes sir. Enu nti se wo do wankasa wo honam a wonya de bone.
Okay.
Enti ne di kan eye odo. 1. Wanya do amani pa no wontime ne ntena. Ni etosu mienu a wose yehu ne se wose ye gini tum prekope. We trust the person. Trustworthy. Ye gini tum prekope. E gini di. Oka se e. Wonsu a ye kan kire wo se wo ye e a hu se e nu na wo kan. Ebema o partner na ne beje wo. Afa ne wose yehu nyina nso ne se communication. Nkomodie. Ye ntena se nka se me de me ni miwura ye ni nkomo. Ene na ware no wo bese no. Esanse nkomodie e build aware. Ato de bi na wo adwuma mu a no wa frɛ wo yere. Reverend Mrs. Joyce there, when him say me do pa. Straight away or best smiling. Yeah. na mo a wonipa wo kansem de eto na koma mu no e ma ne nyinche old age osre na wo kansem de to na koma e ma ne nyinche se wo de nsam a enye nsam de epiepia no a wo utwa ne nkwa na so eye poison enti ye hu no se enye ye atamfo na ye ware na mom ye ndofo a ye pese ye ne bobra ma ye nkakase bi e bema na koma etu ma ye nkakase bi e bema arehu aka no esansa arehu aka no aka wo a ware na no ye hu no sa.
All right, Reverend John Tay, God bless you so much. Reverend have made it clear that we have qualities that marriage is based on. Yes, those qualities are love, trust, good communication. Of course, the most important one that Christ have made us to understand is that love and respect. Yes. Now, when you love someone, and before you begin to love someone, you need to know that we have categories of love. In the scripture, we have about 4 categories of love. And when you're able to understand all those 4 categories of love and apply it in your life, you can be able to live and stay long with your partner because you understand what love is all about. You do not, we have romantic love between 2 sexual opposite sex, that love is there. We have love between your neighbors. We have love between father and mother family. We have love of God. And we have love of marital partners in marriage, love we share in marriage. When you understand this, and when you understand this love, the next key point to the base for a beautiful marriage should be respect. Because when you love someone, you need to respect. You don't need to be told. It's like a magnet. Love and respect walk in hand. And when you respect each other and you love each other, you're going to have a good communication. That is when good communication comes in. It's going to come like a magnet. And when you have those 3 qualities, I think you're going to have trust. You're going to try your best to sustain it. And the most important thing is getting married or mingling or dealing with someone who have conscience. Yes, when they wrong you because they are imperfect, they know how to come and say, I am sorry, without mocking you, and they accept your apology. So this is it. Reverend is helping us to understand a lot. Reverend, can you talk about, when you talk about communication, you've really hit on it, right? But it's deep. We can't really, because there's so many ways of communication in marriage and relationship. Yes, there's a little bit short of communication. It's kind of, it might drain the marriage that you've been for like 20 years or 15 years. I don't know if I'm making a point. Can you give us something based on that?
Let me speak this thing.
Sure.
Based on the love. Se enkwala na shase se wo mo ba na the love is sharing. They share some of the love. Enti sania o ware wo yire na odono na mo communicate no. Enkwala na shase se wo mo ba aware no mo a, they are beginning to take part of the love.
Thank you so much.
Enti awofo no mo nti ase. Atode bi na o ka kire o yire se ye we ma me a ono so hwe se ne ba no waso ye bebi emma ne ba no enti e wo se wo hu se wo mo nso abenya do ni bia ma wo mo ma no enti saa dokoro no a na wo mo hye enti wo nya na 100% a wo ne nko ate ho no enti akwala ba mu a ka hu se se ye 100% no ba ne dodo a e so te ye nti ase sa ye ti ase sa e be ma nyama to yi afa communication na ye ka no me straight ye fu papa me sorry anopa na me dware na me kwadwuma na me de mensa abọ me yiri achi pa akoso ya woni me sa me do pa me kwadwuma ba, you know, speak certain words be ma de biara na ni ba gye ne ho o wa adwuma mu kakra no wa frɛ no eda na ekọ ene ma te sen what did he sanga metimi aye aduane anka na me ya aduane abrawo just to create some smile. Oh, we need communications ni niyama bi e ya grodia e ma aware ejina.
Exactly.
Atode bi na ofra juma ba na oba me na say work is so hectic but yemma ye homodene na yemma ya ware enjina enu ntu ofra juma ba na obi ase wabufuo kura emfa mafie.
Okay, you have a question here.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
I have a question here for you, Reverend. Reverend John says, someone asked me, Lady Counsellor Stella, please, can you help me to ask Reverend, Reverend, does it mean when you separate from your marriage, probably abusive marriage, you left that marriage, does it mean you are no more God friend? you will not have good relationship or good communication with God?
When you don't fornicate.
Okay.
Good. Say, ujai awari no kotnase. That is what the Bible is saying to us. Say, ufri awari no mo dia ne enkowari bium. Enkowari bium. Enti no tnase. Kosi se bema no obenu ne ho na waba back. Na kai do no ana mo wo no. Motumi asan atowa so.
Okay.
Eno ne hia.
Okay.
Aha.
Okay. Obiasa bisa question B.
Okay.
Also, Lady Counsellor Stella, please, can you answer this question for me? I want to know, when you separate from your abusive partner and you've taken the children on your custody, in your custody, does it mean the children will not going to be responsible children because you're no more with marriage? Because the way people value marriage, it's like they value marriage more than God.
No, they don't value marriage more than God. Nemum niye wasa woti ase ne se. Enkwala na womo wo ho no. It is two parties that brought them. And we call something soul ties. Enti umoja eni mi moja ene ye nkwala no. Enti womo wo maame character kakra. Papa character kakra. Enti se drus na papa character pia, na papa hwe na nya na wa shout wo down. Hey, don't go there. Say Drew mama character na nya na mama ya shout wo mo down. Ko ha. Enti two parties na was wo mo a building kwala no. Enti any broken home bia no. Say aware ne mo tete na weiti ha. Onyame ankasa na oye eja e wo fie ho. Efie ne mo atete.
Exactly.
So where will God be?
All right, this is a beautiful day that we've had already. I don't know how your day have been. I know your day has been beautiful or stressful. We need to take it that way and put a smile on our face. We have no choice that keep pushing and put a smile on our face and put a smile on someone's face. There's so many people that are out there. They want someone to say hello to them and tell them how you doing and say good morning to them. May we be cheerful in every situation we find ourselves. Yes. Contrarily, addition to what Reverend just said, to the question the young woman asked on our page here, yes, a young woman, when you separate from your partner, it does not mean that the children are going to go wayward. That is when you need to live a faithful life for God to enable and build and help you, to strengthen you with more wisdom and understanding to bring your children up well in a rightful way. It is not easy, but do not listen to what people say. You know the best for you. This is probably the man you've married for years. You've made kids with these children, and you decided to pack your baggages and leave. There's something that you've seen. That is why you decided to leave. So whosoever that is judging you, let them judge, as long as God is not judging you. And your main and a major priority should be that you should create and have a good connection with God. That is what matters the most. Whosoever that talk or say, even in the church, some clergymen will tease you. They will mock you. Do not look at them, because they are not perfect either. Neither are they God to you. Be strong and be who God say you will be. All depend on you, how you live your life. That what matters the most. Thank you so much. My name is Stella. I would like you, Reverend, to give us about 2 or 3 advice before I conclude. I had wanted to conclude, but let me just stay chill and let my Reverend conclude. Just give us like 2 advices.
Okay.
And just 2 will be fine, so that I can round up here.
Mesre etie for. Say our career is a journey of no returns. Anonti ye komua yenye research ansane yakọ.
Exactly.
Bebre enye research. Inti yemmo ye homodeness ye be research. If along the line be man sesa, you being the woman, na se wo wan sesa, cliff yourself to God.
Thank you.
Your this alone will change the character of the man.
Thank you.
And that is what I want them to recall.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Reverend, help us to understand that marriage is no return journey, right? You go, you don't return back. Yes, but when you think your life is on stake, am I making a point? You should please back off. And when you back off, stay faithful and honest to your maker. And
So
to me, not
so
the
the
man.
man changes the mind.
Yeah,
and
to
come
the man
back.
changes the man.
And
If the
come
man
back.
changes,
Yes.
fine. If the man do not change, let it be unto God. He is the creator of the marriage. He knows how to sort it out for you because your life is important. Yes. Although God have given them guidelines on how to be faithful and how to treat their wives good and how to treat your husband good, and along the line you felt not to do it, that means the marriage will shatter. And God does not want marriage to be shattered. That's why He gives those rules and regulations. And if you fail to follow those rules, definitely it's going to be shattered. And so when it comes your way, these challenges, try to bear it and do the rightful thing. Do not listen to people because their home is already on fire as well. So marriage is a serious game. All right, my name is Stella. I am the one hosting Time with Counsellor Stella here live on Great Commission TV. As you can see, the kind of guest I always bring for you. He's very intelligent and brilliant. One for that matter. He's a reverend. He's also a headmaster. Yes. All right. As I'm saying, and I've said earlier on, that this program is sponsored by GS Joseph Virtuals. They are located at Accra UTC Adjacent Children's Hospital. They are right in China House in Accra UTC. These people supply shoes. Actually, they are well known as shoe house mpaboa fie omu tu fufu price bia wo pe omu be hwa ma wo oba mpaboa be ma de wom mba so de wom kola de so wom omu ma lowest price for you to be able to start them. Actually, omu frame me aka kire say Great Commission, they want to sponsor our program for us to let people know that despite the capital they have, they can allow them or they can assist them to set up their own business. Yes, they supply all the corners of Ghana and outside Ghana. GS Joseph Virtuals, these are their contacts if you have interest to call them. Yes, their numbers are but I'm going to give you one. 0243 557 397. GS Joseph Virtual Homes of Shoes Mpaboa Fie 024 355 7392. And of course, my makeup is beautifully made by AB Beauty Parlors, located at Teshinungwa. She owns a school, she train you, online teaching, how do you want it? And you equally pay installment. You give her a call for you guys to schedule. Anything that concerns beauty, nail technicians, hair, pedicure, manicure, and your makeup, of course, bridal makeups, and what have you. These are their contacts. 0242404990. AB Beauty Parlor, beautiful makeup studio. 0242404990. Of course, my outfit is by Stella's Clothing. We are located at Dansuma Russia Road. Stella's Clothing, we have all kinds of outfits and our prices are very cool. If you don't mind, you can call us and let's see how we can help you and how we can assist you if you don't mind. 0554-8411-27. Thank you so much. We are here to round up as usual. Follow us up next week, same time here on Great Commission TV. We are having a lot of programs here. Yes, these are the medium, and this is the medium we use to preach the gospel to people out there. Yes, comments is important to us so that we know what is in your mind, for us to know if you're enjoying our service or if you're enjoying what we are doing. Your comments, your phone calls, your like, and you follow us on YouTube channel, Facebook. Thumbs up if you like anything about us, and send your comment for us to adjust and do the best to win souls and to let people know what they need to know, even though most of them know it, to remind them. Yes, thank you so much, Apostle, the CEO of Great Commission TV, for this beautiful privilege. God bless you. Stay long, Papa. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you, our manageress, Nanaya. Thank you so much. You're always behind the door, making sure things are all ready on the pipeline and a rightful time. Thank you so much, Abeta, my director. Thank you so much, that young man behind the camera, Mohammed. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone behind this.